As part of our overall national response to this new outbreak, I am now directing medical officers of health that all cases, confirmed cases, are to be managed in a quarantine facility. Now, this is different to how positive cases were managed when we were last at levels 4 and indeed 3, and shows how serious we are about limiting any risk of ongoing transmission, even in self-isolation and including to others in the household. This will apply to any cases and also close family members who might be at risk as appropriate. A reminder, these facilities have been set up specifically and have excellent processes and resources in place to look after people with COVID-19, including health staff on site at all times, and it will help us avoid any further inadvertent spread into the community as part of our overall response.
If someone refuses in our facilities to be tested, they have to keep staying. So they won't be able to leave after 14 days. They have to stay on for another 14 days. So it's a pretty good incentive. You either get your tests done and make sure you're cleared, or we will keep you in a facility longer. So I think most people will look at that and say, I'll take the test. I've got a number of questions about people refuse. What do we do if someone refuses to be tested? Well, they can't now. If someone refuses in our facilities to be tested, they have to keep staying. So they won't be able to leave after 14 days. They have to stay on for another 14 days. So it's a pretty good incentive. You either get your tests done and make sure you're cleared, or we will keep you in a facility longer. So I think most people will look at that and say, I'll take the test.
When I say Kalalale, Basham Yawashai, Basham Raka Kodash, the banners to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers in the island by preaching this word in sincerity and in truth with much honesty. I'm the brother Shapar from the JMS Jamaica camp. Oh boy. As you can see, these are some of the new protocols to deal with the issue at hand. We don't want to mention it because the algorithms basically going off for certain words, but these are some of the new protocols. So okay. Now that video, that clip that I saw a while ago is over there in New Zealand. These are the new steps that they are taking towards the situation at hand. And this is coming everywhere, man. This is coming everywhere. This is coming to a town near you. You know what I mean? Because don't believe for a second that what you see going on now, that the elite basically put out is just for fun and games, man. You know what I mean? The ultimate plan from day one was to remove it from your house, give you a microchip, man. And this what's going on now is a perfect excuse for them to come up with such a scenario. You know what I mean? So what you're now witnessing is the first stages into making it legal on paper to take you from your house, or justifying themselves to take you from your houses, man. That's what you're witnessing now, man. And this is coming to a town near you. And furthermore, it's all biblical. It's prophecy. You know what I mean? And we're just going to read some of the prophecy them, because we're in some very serious times, man. This is no joke. Lord, it's not joking, man. You know what I mean? So you see New Zealand doing it and some other countries doing it, coming to the US and it coming to everywhere else, because everybody follow the same protocol in regards to the situation at hand. You know what I mean? But anyway, this is 2 Ezra 16. Let me get 68. I think it start from 68. You lady say? Look, right now you can't resist a test, man. Over there, you can't say you don't want to do the test, because all them things here becoming mandatory and they could get done by force, man. It's gonna be to get done by force, whether you like it, yes or no. And everybody at some point is going to have to be tested, man. You know what I mean? And hey, this thing is a fraud, so them can't say anybody have it. Anybody who them feel like. That means them can take anybody who them feel like from them house, man. You know what I mean? So, let me read the first precept here. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 68. It says, For, behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. And that great multitude is a so-called white man here. Starting with elite. You know? Yeah, man, them ready, man. I'm ready, you know, to trap your asses up. You know? Put you into concentration camps. Over the years, we've been teaching you that, look, you're going to be placed in concentration camps, man. In dead camps, by the way. You know what I mean? Because a lot of our people not going to come out alive, man. These are dead camps. You know, now you can understand why there are coffins scattered throughout all the states in America, you know, for a major pandemic, you know. So, who to tell what this devil is going to do next, but a lot of people is going to die. You know what I mean? He's poised to get rid of a large number of people, man, you know, because the Lord sent the Spirit down for him to do that. You know, to fulfill the word of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idled with things offered unto idols. You know what I mean? You're going to be taken from your house, and you're going to be placed into a concentration camp. I'm going to give you them vaccine, and I'm going to give you them RFID chip, man. You know what I mean? Because that's what belongs to the mark of the beast. That's what you're going to get. You know what I mean? Some of you're going to be tortured. Some brothers basically going to get brought in, you know, tortured, and all of that. You know what I mean? Forced to take the chip. You know what I mean? That's what it boils down to. It said, And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and a reproach and trodden under foot. The Lord tell you the judgment if you receive the chip, man. You know, you're going to be burnt with fire. And scripture about the night, the plagues that come upon you when you receive the mark, man. You know, I'll get some more and continue down here. Jump to verse 72. It says, 2 Ezra 16 and verse 72. It says, For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. You'll get removed from your house, man. You're going to be removed from your house, man. You know what I mean? And now it's just the beginning stages. They basically put in certain things in place that they can justify taking you from your houses, man. By just saying, look, somebody in here have COVID. You know what I mean? So the whole of you basically have to go to a quarantine center, man. This is what it's coming down to, man. Hey, you can see what the video was telling you about. That's what they are doing now over there in New Zealand. You have a case in your house, you know, you get exposed, you go into a quarantine zone to be tested if you have it too. and it's not only gonna be only in households. It's gonna be like contact tracing. You come among people who have it. We realize that there was such and such a location at such a time, and you come in contact with a person that have corona. We need to take you to a center and give you a test. And if you refuse the test, you're gonna be there for 14 extra days, man. That's what the lady's saying over there in New Zealand. And it's coming to a town near you. And it's all boiled down to what? The mark of the beast, man. Yeah? And this is a test from the Lord, man. Yeah, do you think this thing is a joke? Yeah, Israelite groups basically talking about being beamed up before the tribulation. Make a sad mistake. This is what the Lord says. He said, Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, so-called white man, shall cast some of you into prison. Because what do you think these quarantine centers are? These are camps, man. You know? Concentration camps, man. Quarantine centers are concentration camps, man. You know what I mean? That's what this devil is doing, man. Setting up concentration camp and the guise of a pandemic. You know what I mean? Having a medical martial law. That's what's going on, man. You know? Let me read it again. Cause this is gonna affect every one of us, man. You know? Including brothers. Oh, okay, it's scripture you're talking about, brothers who out there preaching, man. You know, Steph gonna want to put his hands on us. Hey, you can say, oh, we have COVID. You know, you can say anything you want to say. You know what I mean? Justify himself. Take away. You know. But it's up to him, us and the Lord and that day. But anyway, we continue to say, for fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that he may be tried. The Lord gonna try you, man. The time is now. The time is at hand for the Lord to basically try his own. You know what I mean? So he may be tried, and he shall have tribulation 10 days. But be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. This is what's going on, man. Esau is now justifying to take people from their houses and put them in a relocation, relocate them into a camp, man. Prison. You know. Now you can see what those cages are built for. You know what I mean? Over there in the United States. Because, hey, you see now all these signs of concentration camps basically setting up across the states in America. But, hey, you think this thing is a joke? This thing is not a joke, man. And, hey, all these schools here in Jamaica and these churches where people can't go now because of COVID, guess what? You know what I mean? Under the natural disaster thing, them basically are shelters. Them gonna use them up. You know what I mean? These schools are gonna use them up as relocation centers, man. You know what I mean? Where the commander the Jamaica disaster preparedness act. You know what I mean? These places basically gonna be makeshift camps, man. National arena and all those places, man. Yep. This is the point where we're at. The devil's gonna cast some of you into prison. Yeah, man. So with that we say Kalalal, Bashim Yawashai, Bashim Raka Kodash, the Bahanas to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers out there, keep pushing this truth in sincerity and honesty. Shalom.